Cool. Sorry, I wasn't here last week. It was a bank holiday in the UK. But we're back this week, even though it's a bank holiday in the US. There's always a bank holiday somewhere, isn't there? So if you're new to the Reiki Healing Circle, we pick an angel card to talk about in relation to Reiki. And then we'll do a Reiki Healing Circle. And then we choose 3 angel cards. So this is your chance to choose an angel card for yourself for the week. I'll choose 3 different cards, so choose either 1, 2, or 3, and that card will be yours for this week, your message, your individual message for this week. So the card that we've chosen for this week is Flow. And I've always kind of struggled with flow because I thought, what on earth does that mean? And when I chose it this morning, I thought, this is a good one for me because I never quite understood it. And I haven't actually read the whole description of it yet myself, so we're going to learn about this together. But I wanted, before I started with that, I just want to say a big thank you to Laura, who's done her Reiki 2 recently. She sent me an amazing distance healing today and to do her homework. But let me tell you, I'm really chilled out because of it now. Today is going to be a wonderful day, and maybe I'll be going with a flow. Who knows? Because that's how I'm feeling actually right now. I'm feeling very much in flow with things, even though I'm not sure what that means. So let's go find out what that means. This card is about manifestation. Ooh, I like the sound of that. It is wonderful to know you can release your unhappiness. That's what my whole goal has been for many years now, and it is possible to release your unhappiness. I've done it. So if I can do it, anybody can do it. Anyway, let me continue reading the card. Please trust that you hold the power to be happy. Your healing is hinged on how you view your world. If you feel unhappy or unlucky, you may benefit from committing to a more positive attitude. You may have fallen into a pattern of limited thinking that doesn't allow you to see your inner beauty. This card also suggests that you often find yourself in situations that trigger past issues. Perhaps it is time for you to heal those issues. Be open to the messages and signs that are continually part of your reality. Allow yourself to see your blessings. Trust that you are given opportunities to grow and learn so you can release what doesn't work and call in what your true desires are. Then the description of the card is, the waterfall in this image is illustrative of renewal or life changes. The dragonflies represent your deeper thoughts and address a need to live more fully. The butterflies symbolize the soul. Your soul is on a journey of transformation. On your journey, you will come across lessons and sudden changes that may shift your perception and bring you closer to enlightenment. At this moment, your ability to manifest is amplified. Determine what it is you desire and get to work to make it happen. Wow! What a card! Yeah, I wish I'd known about this one sooner. I'm sure we've pulled this card before, but I don't think it's ever been the main card, so I've never read the description, and I don't think it's ever been pulled for me when I've chosen the card afterwards, so I didn't read the description. But wow, I mean, that's what I've been working towards for a long time, but the manifestation aspect of it is something that I've been working on this past year. And being in the flow really will help, because once I release what doesn't work and just focus on what it is that I want, sometimes I have trouble finding out what is it that I want. You know, I like to have passions. My knitting is my passion. I love riding my motorcycle, but in the wintertime, I don't ride my motorcycle much, so it's nicer to have a different passion. And my knitting's that, but sometimes I wonder, well, okay, what is my next passion, or what should I be passionate about right now? And my business has been that this year. I've really been very passionate about my business. But sometimes when it just doesn't seem to be going anywhere, it's kind of like, why am I doing this? Why am I passionate about this? And I took a step back in August and decided I wasn't going to work on the business. I was just going to let it happen, which is, I think, being in the flow. And this past month, things have changed drastically for me from a business perspective. And it's really starting to take off. And I'm like, this is a sign, being in the flow. But what does flow mean in regards to Reiki? The card mentions basically being able to step back and look at your life and look at the positives. And that's what Just for Today, Be Grateful is all about. When you can just be grateful for the things that you have currently, that will then invite more things for you to be grateful for into your life. And I'm sure that we all work on this. And I mean, I know all the time I'm working on it. But the more practice you put into it, the easier it gets. And the more changes it brings into your life, more powerful transformational changes it brings into your life. And being grateful is such a beautiful thing. And it is the foundation, in my opinion, of all of the Reiki principles, because the other Reiki principles aren't quite as easy all the time. But Just for Today, Be Grateful can be so easy, because all you have to do is just take in a deep breath when you think about being grateful and breathe out. And the fact that you've just done that is something to be grateful for. Just being alive, even if you've hurt yourself. I got stung by a nettle this morning, and it was a bit of an ouch for a while. It wasn't a problem, because I look at nettle as a healing thing. When you get stung by nettle, your body creates cortisol, and different things happen in your body, and it's actually a good thing for you. Probably not overdoing it wouldn't be a good thing. Overdoing anything isn't a good thing. But I was very grateful for that nettle sting. And being grateful for it actually took some of that sting feeling away, because I've seen other people get stung and they're like, ow, that really, it's very sharp at first, and then it tends to relax after that. And I thought, I'm quite sensitive, and it didn't really, I could feel it, but because I was grateful for it, it seemed to make it much better. And so it didn't have that negative connotation, oh, I just hurt myself, and and that downward trend of vibration. So being grateful for things, even if it's not something that's great, there will be something, there'll be that silver lining of that cloud. Try and find that silver lining and be grateful for that. Or if you can't be grateful for something, put it aside and find something else to be grateful for, because there's always something. We've got running water, we've got a device to watch things like this on. Everybody has a little something to be grateful for. And some of us, may look at someone else's life and think they have a lot to be grateful for, but we don't know what's going on in their lives. So that may not be the case. So don't judge someone else, only really look at your own situation. I think that sometimes helps too. But I think flow is really about stepping back and being grateful for what you have. I'd stepped back from my business this month, and I paid attention. I answered emails. I still posted. I did things, but I wasn't obsessive about it the way that I have been since last year. And I think that being too obsessive was actually getting in my own way. And just letting it flow and happen as it was going to happen anyway, because all things happen at the right time for the right reasons, I got out of my own way. And I do think that that was a message for me. And drawing this card is telling me it was definitely a message for me. So I hope that's helped everybody today. I have posted the long descriptions already of all of the cards. So if you need to have a look at that, then go back and take a look, because it's a beautiful, beautiful word to have chosen for this week. So let's go over and do our Reiki Healing Circle for today. So just close your eyes and relax. Let go of any tension and anxiety, and know you're surrounded by love, peace, and security. Bring your attention to your breath and take a few slow, deep breaths. Breathe in love and breathe out peace. Place your palms upwards with the intention to send healing to the center of our circle. Now bring your attention to your heart center and fill your heart with love and compassion, and set the intention that we're going to send Reiki, love and blessings, or healing thoughts to the center of our circle. Feel this energy building up and up until it completely fills our circle with golden light. Feel the energy continue to build until it fills the room and encloses and bathes us in golden healing light. Feel the energy flowing from us and visualize the golden light connecting and embracing us within this healing and loving space. Make your connection to your own divine source, and if appropriate, invite your guides and guardian angels into our circle. Ask for guidance, wisdom, and compassion so that we can help bring love and healing to the earth and to everyone that lives upon the earth and everything that lives upon the earth. So now send out healing, love and blessings with the knowledge that where thought goes, energy flows. Now we will place ourselves in the center of the circle to receive this golden healing energy. So I place Heather in the center of our circle. Now place yourself in the center of our circle. Now visualize each of us in the center of the circle receiving a healing from this golden glowing energy. Feel the energy flowing around us and through us. Feel it connecting us. Feel it healing and soothing us. And feel it filling every cell of our bodies with health and positive energy. Feel it calming our minds, filling our hearts with love, and opening our consciousness to the wisdom of the universe. And now we will place whoever or whatever we wish to receive a healing in the center of the circle. So I place Neil, Anne, Patty Lou, all my friends and family and our pets in the center of the circle. Now place whoever or whatever you wish to receive a healing in the center of our circle. Now feel free to call out at random anyone or anything else you would like to place in the circle. I place World Peace, the Dalai Lama, Beryl, and everyone who regularly comes to the group in the center of our circle. Now visualize all the people and situations we have placed in the circle, bathed in golden healing light and surrounded by our love. Now imagine taking hold of the hands of the person on either side of you in our circle, and also visualize taking hold of the hands of all people in Reiki groups throughout the world. Feel the energy flowing from hand to hand and heart to heart, and reaching out to the whole of the universe. And now bring your attention to Mother Earth, and see the earth surrounded in golden healing light, and send love, blessings, and gratitude for all she provides for us. Ask that the earth may be healed, cleansed, and at peace. And now, with a little squeeze of appreciation, release the hands on either side of you. Allow the visualization to gently fade away, but hold on to the feeling of oneness and love. And since the Reiki Healing Circle mentions healing the earth, I wanted to mention that this broadcast is provided, the energy for it is provided solely by solar energy, because that's my way of trying to heal the earth. And granted, the router is still plugged into the mains, so anyway, it's not solely provided, but at least the computer and all of that are running off of a solar generator. So, but Reiki really does help you to heal yourself. And once you've healed yourself, then, and only then, can you start to look at other things. You can start to look at ways of healing the world. I've always been a person that loves nature, but I've really gotten into gardening since I've learned Reiki. Everybody has a different specialty, I guess, for lack of a better word, that they can share to heal this world. And so finding that individual specialty, and it might be that you heal others, or that you do something in your work that helps others, or do something in your work that helps the planet. Or you can just send Reiki to the planet. In the Reiki Healing Circle, we do imagine the earth surrounded in the golden healing energy. And I do this on a regular basis outside of a Reiki Healing Circle. When I'm just sending Reiki, I will imagine the earth and send the golden Reiki energy to the entire earth and everyone and everything upon the earth. And it sounds like, well, what on earth can that do? Haha, saying on earth, but anyway, it does make a difference. I notice that things around me are more peaceful when I do that. It changes my world dramatically. And I do hope that by changing my world by doing this, it will change the world of people around me and then extend out to the rest of the world. And they do talk about something called the critical mass. And once enough people are having the same thought processes of healing the earth and trying to make the earth a better place for us to live, and realizing our responsibility in taking care of the earth. That's just for today, live your life honestly. We all have a responsibility to doing what we can. It doesn't mean doing everything, because you can't do everything. My router is still plugged into the mains because I can't disconnect it from the mains and plug it into a solar generator and then plug it back in later or whatever. It's just, that's too complicated. So I'm not doing that. But I'm doing my little bit. Not everyone can afford a solar generator. It was something I treated myself to. But we can all turn off lights when we're not in a room. We can all save water by doing different things. And I mean, I fill the kettle whenever I need to run the water, either to make it warmer or colder. And I just fill the kettle during that time period so that I'm saving the water. That's something that everybody can do. And sometimes it's the little things that make the difference. And I just realized that I'm waffling on today, and I apologize because everybody's sitting here going, where's my angel card? Let's get on with the angel cards. So choose card number 1, 2, or 3, and we're going to find out what those cards are. So card number 1 today is Control. And that is such a beautiful card. I love the colors of the rainbow within that card. And it's because control extends out over everything, doesn't it? Either our lack of control, which sometimes we need to acknowledge, or sometimes there are things that are in our control that we can do. When I let go of my business this past month and took a break in a way, I still did the necessary things, but I didn't obsess about it, which my partner was very thankful for. By doing that, I let things happen naturally that would have maybe I was trying to control before. And so that was a letting go of control. And sometimes we need to be in control of certain things. So there's a nice balance to it all. But read the card's description, and that will be whatever it's meant to be for you. Because control is a big thing that we like to try to control everything. But we do need to remember the serenity prayer of and I I won't try to quote it because I'll end up getting it wrong. But basically it's saying that there are some things that are in our control, and give me the strength to be able to change those. And sometimes there's things that are out of our control, and give me the serenity to be able to let them go, and the wisdom to know the difference. So, beautiful card for anyone that's chosen card number 1 today. So if you've chosen card number 2, it's release. And the funny thing is that I always choose card number 2. And, well, at this point, because I do change my numbers over time, but right now I've been choosing card number 2 all the time. And release is exactly what I did with my business this past month. I released the need to control my business. And, you know, the card's very interesting. It looks like the person who's in this card is made up of lightning strikes. And that I could be very wrong. I didn't read the description before I started to talk about this card. But there's some rainbow colors in the clouds, but it looks like it's very stormy in there. And we need to release things sometimes to be able to see the clear picture. So, and that's what I've done, and I'm going to carry on with that release because it worked beautifully. And I'm in a lot better place. I feel healthier and happier than I did when I was stressing about my business. And so it's all good. Release is definitely something that will help anybody that's chosen this card. But read the long description. My waffling is not necessarily the thing that you should be listening to. Read the description. The description will be why you've chosen this card. So, and for card number 3 this week, it is reliable. And that is another beautiful card. The artist of these cards is just phenomenal, actually. That's why I chose them. They're just so beautiful. But reliable, you've got a beautiful maiden playing a harp. And the colors in that are just gorgeous. They're the blues and the purples, and you've got the sunrise or it looks like a sunrise there. And reliable is a very important thing. Being reliable to yourself is the key, I think, here. Because we all know how to be reliable to other people. And we are when we need to be. And sometimes we need to set boundaries. And that boundary might be set a little bit late. And then therefore we're not as reliable to other people sometimes. But if you're being reliable to yourself, then you will find that you are then more reliable to other people as well. And what I mean by being reliable to yourself is, just for today, live your life honestly. Take a good look at what you might be doing in your life that might be causing you trouble. Because we all want happiness. Happiness is the ultimate success, I guess. And sometimes we get in our own way and stress about things that we didn't need to stress about. And how do you stop that? Let go of worry, be grateful. That's one way to be able to let go of worry. Actually, it's a very good way to let go of worry. I can vouch for that. But anyway, going back to live your life honestly. When you're living your life honestly, and you're looking at the things that you might be doing that might be causing you trouble, and you change those so that you're not causing yourself any more trouble, you're being reliable to yourself. You're taking care of you. And when you take care of you, not only does your life change, but all of the lives around you will change for the better. I can't say it's a proven fact, but I'm sure of it, and I think most people that have experienced it will be sure of it as well. So be reliable to yourself, but that's being kind to yourself and living your life honestly, is looking at things clearly and taking responsibility for what you need to take responsibility for. So, well, thank you so much for joining me today. If you've seen this either live or afterwards, please give a little like, because that then spreads it out to other people. I'm not seeing any comments, but that might be because my comments have stopped working. And I use Restream, and I am still getting the hang of it. So we'll see how that goes. But thank you so much for joining me. I hope everyone has a lovely week, and we'll see you next week.